y'all, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel. I am going to go through my spreads for the month of February in my Sterling Ink Common Planner and my Hobonichi Cousin, plus a little bonus here. So my planning system consists of a couple of things. I'm going to start with the two things that I carry with me every day. The first thing here is this is a Sterling Ink N1 size common planner. I also use it as a wallet there as well. So it's been a great planner. I love it. This is a horizontal layout. So so let me go through the February spreads that I did. So the February actually kind of started here. So pretty simple. I was thinking I was going to try to track my water this way. As you can see, it just didn't work. In fact, my tracking for water has just been like non-existent, period. So that's something that I personally want to work on. But I discovered that this format does really work well for me, to where I split it up in three and divide my tasks into three different places. So, and I really chose the colors because I really wanted to use this washi. It's very simple. It's a roll that I've had for a while. So it's not as sticky as it could be, I suppose, but it's still hanging on there. So I'm pretty happy with that. So next page, I did another spread with the washi, some thin washi that I had, and tried to add a little color over here by outlining the dates. So, not so bad. So it looks like I didn't have a lot of stuff to do this week, and it was a little bit of a light week for the most part, but I did get some things accomplished, which is good. Next week, so we had Mardi Gras on Valentine's Day one day after the other, so it was a little bit wacky there too, but I really do enjoy using this particular layout. So the last week of the month, I was trying something different. I wanted to see if I could do it. I think there's a particular way that they would call this kind of task list. So I listed everything all together that I needed to do, and then I was going to mark off the days that I actually got it accomplished. I don't like it. I can see this for like things maybe that I have to repeatedly do every day, task wise, but for things that I do maybe once a week or whatever, it just didn't work for me. So one thing that did work though is taking my mild liner and making some highlighted every other, just to kind of break it up for my eyes. So that kind of thing worked well. So this is the end of February, the beginning of March, and I went back to my old faithful, dividing it up into three ways. And as you can see, this particular week was a little bit busier. So anyway, that worked well. I did get a chance to update my trackers for February. So the thing I did consistently every single day in February, again, like I did in January, was journal. And I'll show you that in my Hobonichi Cousin here shortly. The other thing that I did consistently is had a no or low spend month, just like I did in January. Now, my definition is to not spend any money on things like planner supplies, clothing, coffees out, that kind of thing. Now, that being said, I did have a couple of gift cards that I used to buy some things. Like I wanted some things from Coffee Monsters Co., and I had a gift card for that. So actually, it wasn't a gift card. It was my Rakuten cashback they give it to you, I think, once a quarter, and I got like $55 back, because it was the quarter before where all the Christmas purchases had happened. So that's why I had so much there. So I used that and bought some things that I wanted. So I don't count that necessarily, and that could just be me rationalizing things, which it probably is, but you know, that's okay. So anyway, I was pretty consistent with, keeping my spending, either not spending anything at all or spending, minimal things. And that doesn't count like my bills and that sort of thing. It's for like discretionary spending, things like that. So I feel pretty good about that. I really didn't track, I didn't it's not that I didn't track my steps. It's that I only had 2 days last month where I actually made it over 5,000 steps. So kind of weird. I definitely slacked off on tracking protein and water. I really need to get back to that. But journaling was consistent. Reading, not so consistent. So I made a concerted effort to start, reading. And um, today is March the 4th, and I've actually read every single day so far the last 4 days. So I feel pretty good about that. Okay, so that is what I carry with me every day. And in addition to that, part of my system is to have this, but it's also to have a Sterling ink notebook, which is the A5 size right here. And this is kind of like my messy notebook, kind of like a sort of like a daily, uh, I wouldn't call it a planner because I'm not making spreads or anything. It's kind of like a daily log, the bullet journal method, where you just kind of do things on a daily log. I've been using almost a whole page just about every day. But, and then I like the fact that I can just go to the next blank page and do whatever needs to be done. So I'll put like work tasks and that sort of thing. I'll put the weather. I started using my mild liners to just make little banners just to kind of break things up a little bit because it was getting a little boring, not seeing that kind of stuff. So this has worked pretty well. I made a tracker for a project I'm doing for work. And then I started today. So this and my Sterling Ink Common Planner come with me to work every day. Now, here comes my fun. Hobonichi Cousin. And this is the full size. So I'm definitely going to do an Avec next year because look at this, it's only 2 months in and look how fluffy she's getting here. So I found an old band from my Happy Planner days. I don't know, I must have just bought it separately. I can't remember why I even bought it, but and it doesn't, it sort of fits now, but it's kind of loose. So as she gets chunkier, it's gonna definitely hold things together because you'll see once we get inside here that I am adding all kinds of fun things to it. So been updating my home tracker for things like when the lawn guy comes, when the pest control people come. There's my February spread using the kit from Coffee Monsters Co. So these little boxes, I'm assuming that's what this is for, is to cover up, since this is the gray and the red for the weekend. I'm assuming that's what it's for. If not, I've invented it. Hey, you can credit me on that. But I was able to use some of my washi tape. I think this is washi tape I got in a whole lot of it from Amazon, and it's okay. It's not high grade stuff at all. And then I had a few stickers from my Happy Planner books. But I like this. Purple's my favorite color, and the fact that the pansies were the the February flower just really made this for me. So, okay, weekly spreads. So I'm finally getting a little bit of a hang for doing weekly stuff. So here's that January, February week where it's half and half. I didn't quite do a whole lot with this. I did put some Kellovo plain stickers down only because this page looks so naked without anything on it. So, but then I went a little wild the next week. And Mardi Gras is coming up the following week. So I had a kit that had some Mardi Gras stuff. Plus I found some purple flowers. So wanted to decorate that up a little bit. And I also had a Valentine's kit as well. So I used that with some flowers. Not a whole lot of action here, really. Truthfully, I just laid stickers down. I didn't really think a whole lot about it being functional. I just kind of wanted to use up that kit. I'm working really hard on trying not to buy stuff and using my stash. How well that worked, not too well, because I did end up getting some Coffee Monsters Co. stuff. But, I have been making quite a bit of progress using up what I've got. I've got tons of empty sticker sheets in the trash now because I was able to lay a bunch down. So anyway, so that's this spread. Nothing to write home about at all. Started to get a little more practical here. I marked some time from when I'm in the office, not really putting any office or work detail in this because I don't take this to work, but I just kind of mark down that this is what's occupying my time on those days. I made a little step tracker over here for the week. And so this usually ends up getting back planned like towards the end of the week. I'll look at my Fitbit app and get the numbers and just, make my little bar graphs here. But I was able to lay out some things and use some of my washi up. So I enjoyed that. So this doesn't have a whole lot here, but I did a lot of stuff. Trust and believe on that. So I'm still getting kind of frustrated because I'm getting a lot of this kind of stuff where my inks are smearing, and I can't remember which pen I used for this, but I'm getting frustrated. I'm kind of trying to figure out what pen's going to work best. I'm finding that this is a Muji, and it dries quickly. And so I may stick with something as simple as this. I was looking at fountain pens, and I got a starter kit. I've been doing some, and they're okay. But again, it can smear very easily. So I still got some things to work on with that. But anyway, that one's done. And then here is another week, last week's actually, where I went a little crazy here. I wanted to match these flowers, but this was actually ended up being too bright for everything. So I tried to calm things down a little bit over here. So anyway, those are my weekly spreads. And then let me put that there. That'll be for next time. So dailies. I am enjoying this so much, y'all. I'm enjoying being creative and just writing things down, doing things that I want to look back at later. So I took a printable from Sterling Ink. It was a free printable, and these are some Kellovo plain flowers. And I chose this because it has some of this color already in there. Although it turned out that these flowers totally overpowered everything else. But hey, live and learn, right? So a lot of my pages are like this. So I have been doing kind of a theme sort of thing. I've been trying to match my Modeliner color for this box with whatever the month is. And so this was kind of in the browns. So I did that there. The three things I track are the weather, my to-dones, not the things I need to do, but the things I actually did do. And then I write down the money that I spent. and I must not have put 0 there. But anyway, so those are the things that I'm tracking. Um, I'm finding, fun in, finding stickers to fill in some of the white space after I've written what I wanted to write, putting in photos, more stickers. Oh, my little friend Addison, my Girl Scout cookie girl, also known as my dealer, was able to help her out with that. We had a good chat when she was there. This little girl right here is going to be a future president of the United States. That is her goal for life. So I'm voting for. If I'm still alive when she's president, I'm going to vote for her. All right. February 6th was an anniversary. My husband had a major health crisis that landed him in ICU for about 2 weeks. And this is a cutout of I printed out a Facebook post that I put on my personal page, along with a photo of when he was in ICU. I wanted to show these 2 trees here that had all of these medications and blood products and all of this to keep him going. It was probably the most scariest, stressful thing of my life. He was unconscious for half the time. But the whole thing about being with someone who needs you to make medical decisions for them, that type of thing, it's scary. I'm a medical professional, and it's still a scary thing because you want to do the right thing for your loved one. So unfortunately, he had the greatest care. The nurses were absolutely top notch. So a year later, he's doing very, very well. We got a couple of bumps in the road, but he's actually doing quite well. So pretty happy with that. Anyway, some more happy, fun stuff. Picture for National Pizza Day. I made homemade pizza for us. Went to go see Beautiful, the Carole King musical at one of our local theaters, and it was really awesome. Carole King is like my songwriting hero. I like to write songs as kind of a hobby, and she's my songwriting hero. She wrote some of the best stuff ever, hence the musical with all her stuff in it. Used a lot of Calivo Plan flowers and that type of thing. Valentine's Day, nice and low key. He gave me a card. He paid for a cleaner to come to the house to clean the house, which was great. I just enjoy this. It's been a real nice place for me to put things down. And the other thing I didn't point out is I'm putting a daily affirmation at the top. Something that, I have an app with affirmations on it. And if there's something that particularly speaks to me, then I put that there. So I got a rejection letter for a job, a new position at my job that I actually, after I interviewed for it, I had to take an assessment, and I didn't do very well in the assessment. And I decided if this was what the job's going to be about, I really didn't want to do it. So I'd already made up my mind. If they offered it to me, I was not going to accept. Well, I didn't even get a chance to reject them because they rejected me first. One of my friends said, it was like God did it for you. God declined the job on your behalf. So it's like, I'll take that. But anyway, I believe that everything happens for a reason. And down the road, I'm going to see why this happened. It's going to be something for my ultimate good. That I know for sure. But we'll see what happens. Had a day off. Went to doctor's appointments, that kind of stuff. Had my yearly diabetic eye exam and got my favorite paper Gucci's so that because they dilate your eyes, and I forgot to bring my own sunglasses. So anyway, there's that. And then on Leap Day, I got my hair done, have some highlights, that kind of stuff. But anyway, that was it. Had a really good month, in spite of the fact that I didn't get the job that I wanted, because I really didn't want it. And I think sometimes when you think along those lines, then what you really want truly comes through. So anyway, I am thankful for the way it happened. So, and that's it. Oh, by the way, this cover I've got on Amazon somewhere. It's a jelly cover, and it fits really good now. How it's going to do as this baby, starts to fill out more is yet to be seen. But I'm having such a great time doing this. It's been great. So that is it. That is my flip through for February. If you would be so kind as to give this video a thumbs up. If you would subscribe to my channel, that would be great. I've been noticing some nice steady growth over the last month, and I truly appreciate it. And I would love to have more of you come along with me. And if you could click on the notification bell, that way you'll know when I upload more videos. And I really enjoy making these videos, and I enjoy spending time with folks that like to watch this type of content. I am kind of a random channel as well, so you may see some podcast style videos loaded up for me could be on any kind of topic. So anyway, that's it. I won't ramble on anymore. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful evening. And I love technical problems. Have a good night.